Hi folks, we're here at River's Edge Antiques in Carthage, Tennessee on a rainy February day, and welcome to the Chamber Corner. Well, it's a beautiful winter's day here at River's Edge, and I'm glad we're inside, aren't you ladies?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I want to ask y'all to introduce yourselves first, and then we'll go into what you guys do. So you go ahead.
I'm Rochelle Hart, and I own Wax Carthage and the Rose Building.
Okay.
I am SKYLER Brock, and I am an esthetician at Wax Carthage.
Okay, and Rochelle, you wanted to ask if she would tell some of the things that she does, right?
That's right.
Okay, but first, before we do that, let's give them a location and a phone number for where she's working.
Okay, Wax Carthage is located at 320 Main Street North in Carthage, and that's zip code 37030. And our phone number is 629-219-8958, and we're open Tuesday through Saturday.
Okay, and what do you do there?
I do facials and skincare, lash extensions, and full body waxing.
Okay, so if a lady wants to really look nice, you're the person to see, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what kind of time does it take to do? I'm sure different things take different times.
They do.
Yeah, and if you got eyebrows like mine, it'd probably take a long time, right?
It would take a minute.
Okay, all right, and how long have you been doing this?
Going on a year.
Okay, and is this always been where you've worked in?
It is.
Okay, so if you guys want some type of, go across that again. I've already forgot what all you said.
We do skincare, full body waxing, and eyelash extensions.
Okay, well now the skincare, is that for like facials and things like that?
It is.
Okay, all right, so it wouldn't matter man or woman. Some people, some of us guys need facials.
Oh yeah, we love our male clients.
We probably don't think we do, but we need them.
You do.
Okay, well, tell you what, you know, we're glad that you came, and we're glad that you can tell us what you guys do over there, because a lot of people, they look at the Wax Nashville and they're not sure what all you guys do. So it's a pretty complete set of services that you offer then, both to men and women.
Yes.
Okay, all right, any last words?
Oh yeah, you can book online at any time.
Okay, what's the website or URL?
www.waxcarthage.com.
Okay, all right. And Rochelle, this is not the only location that you have, is that right?
No, I have a location. My main location is in Nashville. I've had it for 18 years, going on 19 years, and we just opened a skincare center 1 block from that salon as well.
Okay.
So Wax Carthage is my second location.
Okay, well,
and I live here.
And you guys moved here, you've been here about a year and a half, 2 years?
A couple of years, yeah, almost 3.
That's what I was thinking, because I know it's been a while since we had your ribbon cutting.
Oh, yes, yes.
And by the way, thank you for being a chamber member as well.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, I guess we have another guest that's going to come in. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. All right, now this young lady, she is working at one of your other establishments that you may want to introduce. I'll let you do that.
Yes, I'm the event coordinator for Rochelle at the Rose Building, and I'm there usually Tuesdays and Wednesdays and most Thursdays, and of course on the weekends during events.
Okay, well now a lot of people are going to wonder, what is the Rose Building? Give us a good overview of what that is.
The Rose Building is an event venue here in town. It has more of the modern, elegant feel as opposed to a rustic feel. We do baby showers, we do bridal showers, we do receptions. We've done a little bit of everything. We hosted something recently for the Smith County Historical Tourism Society as well.
Mm-hmm. So anybody that wants to use the room for a private event, all they got to do is call you. Now, how do they get in touch?
Yes, if you want to book an event at the Rose Building, you would need to call 615-712-4840 and leave a message. Or if you need to contact me immediately, you can call me on my personal number at 615-772-4392. Or you can contact me by email, and that's lm@eventsrosecarthage.com.
Well, now, if somebody's looking for an event venue and they're not really sure that they might want to do it outside, or they might want to do it in another place or here, do you let them, is there on your website, is there pictures, or do they need to come and see you, or what?
There is pictures on the website, but we also book showings, free showings. You can just contact me and we'll set up a time and a date. That way you can look through the venue, see what we have to offer, see if it fits fits what you're wanting. And also there at the Rose Building, on the side I have an event coordinating and planning business. So I do offer decorating on the side if that's something you're interested in. I offer centerpieces, arrangements, balloon arches. Balloon arches are the new thing, custom balloon arches. So if you're interested in that, you can always come to me for that. And I do those pretty often at the Rose Building whenever somebody books an event.
Okay. Now, if you're coming to the Rose Building for an event, any time, day or night? I know you wouldn't have hours,
Right.
I guess. So are there any restrictions or limitations?
There are not. Of course, we go by Carthage's noise ordinances. So your events do have to be over by the time the noise ordinance takes place in Carthage.
Okay. All right. So, and I think that's like 9 or 10 o'clock.
I think it's 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Okay. All right. Is there anything I'm missing that I should ask?
We have a beautiful patio that you can also is part of your rental, and it has seating and couches and things like that. So you could even rent that alone if you didn't want to do the main room. And we are hosting classes now, so we're going to do some self empowerment and for the women and men in our town. So.
Okay, well now one of our chamber members is the Cellar 53 Winery. Now I know in my venue, I have at the chamber, because it's a county-owned building, we could not have Cellar 53's products there, but that's not a limitation where you are.
Well, I believe that they can bring their own. They have to have it. Actually, Lauren can answer this question a little bit better.
They can bring their own, but if you are going to serve beer or wine, we highly suggest that you have an ABC licensed bartender to come. If you're going to sell that, or not sell, but serve beer, alcohol, and liquor, or like beer, wine, and liquor, then you would need a licensed bartender. So we just want to make sure that we're in compliance, and we also recommend that if you're going to serve alcohol, that you take your own policy out for your safety. Mm-hmm. But yes, as far as Cellar 53, if they would like to host an event there, Cellar 53, they could.
They could. Okay, and that's what I was getting at, is if you have someone that's qualified to do it, they
yes.
can.
If Cellar 53 wanted to host a wine tasting, I think it would go great here in town.
Mm-hmm. And I just happened to, they're a chamber member, and they're also here in the county. They're actually the only winery we have in the county, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. So we're glad to have them as well. Okay, is there anything that we've missed? You might want to give phone numbers.
Yes, the address. I think I already gave my phone number, but the address is 110 3rd Avenue West here in Carthage, right across from the historic courthouse on the square. Another thing I didn't add was you can book your events through eventective.com as well.
All right, so if they want to see it or they need to inspect it,
yes, they can just give me a call.
Okay. All right, well, ladies, thank you very much. Glad you came by.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, we're kind of taking a trip around the square here in Carthage, and we've got actually, I guess you would be the probably the one that's been here the longest. How long tell them who you are and your business first.
Okay, my name is Beverly Gold, and I own the Carthage House of Beauty here in town. The address is 204 West 3rd Avenue, and our phone number is 615-735-2515.
And if you're just looking to find them, they're right next to Rojas, right?
Exactly.
Okay. And how long have you been in business at that location?
At that very location for 46 years.
46 years. I'm sure you've seen a lot of changes and a lot of things in the town that are
Yes.
different than they used to be.
Yes,
that's for
sir.
sure.
Many, many.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, right now the town seems to be thriving, and I know the way that it looks with the some of the improvements that was done by this the downtown committee and benches and things like that. We seem to have more people coming in now. I don't know if you've noticed a difference or not. I would think having Rojas next door would have probably helped. your
Very
business.
good. Yes. It's been very nice. We love having them there.
Okay. Well, now Carthage House of Beauty. What do you do there?
Well, we're just typically your normal beauty shop. We do men and women, children, young and old. We have a lot of senior customers that we appreciate that's been there for many, many years with us.
yeah.
A lot of them in their 80s and 90s that's been there since I've been there. A lot of the ones that I did many years ago, of course, have already gone on to their rewards, but we have a lot of good customers. We do children. We have a lot of men as well, and we enjoy all of them.
So you do the full gamut of hair care then for anyone that's needing that service?
Yes,
then?
we don't have a manicurist at this time. We don't do manicures, but yes, haircuts, colors, highlights, of course, bleaches and perms, and just your typical beauty shop stuff.
Okay, you reckon I've waited too late to do the color?
Definitely not. Although gray right now is a big thing.
Oh, it is. So
you're
I'm
really
in style.
style.
Yeah. Well, I've always heard if you wait long enough, it comes back in.
Back in style.
So,
That's
so
it.
there we go.
That's it.
Well, Miss Beverly, thank you very much for coming by.
Thank you.
And if somebody needs a haircut, hairstyle,
Sure.
Anybody, young or old, then they can come and see you.
That's exactly right. I also do need to add that Teresa Allen works with me. Teresa's been with me 37 years.
Oh, okay.
So we're kind of permanent fixtures at the Carthage House of Beauty.
Well, and I should have asked you that if somebody else was working with you, so I'm glad
Yes,
you mentioned
yes,
that.
yes.
Okay, well, before we go, give that phone number one more time.
Sure. 615-735-2515.
Okay, and if you need something in the beauty line or haircut line, Carthage House of Beauty.
Thank you. Appreciate you asking me to come.
Thank you. Okay, we are so thankful to be here at the River's Edge Antiques, and Diane, I appreciate you letting us come.
Thank you.
Why don't you
Glad to
tell
have
these
you
guys
here.
who you are and where this place is?
Hello, my name's Diane Spencer, and we are at a new location here at 309 Main Street North, right across from the Walton Hotel, #Hollies, and the new coffee bar.
Yeah, this is a
So-
happening section.
Yes,
right
it
through here.
is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, well, I know one thing. Your store really looks wonderful. In fact, if you can do it, why don't you take us kind of like a little trip around the store and tell us what all you got? Because I know there's a lot of stuff here.
All right. Well, here at the front, we have old furniture and brand new furniture mixed together. And that goes
Yeah,
on
well-
back this way.
Yeah, let's stay
Okay.
here for the cameras. Okay. Yeah, and then
And then back here we have our paints for furniture. We have candles, jewelry. There's pillows back there and off to the side over here. On back we have a lot of smaller home furnishing goods, and then we have 3 stairs down to the building next door where we have a lot of other furniture. I have vendors that do custom painting on furniture, so sometimes it's an antique piece that's been painted that they do, and just a lot of home decor items.
okay. Well, I noticed the store. It may not actually be bigger than your last location, but it looks bigger to me because of the way it's laid out and everything.
Everybody says that. Everybody says it's bigger. I think it has a good flow to it. It just everything looks really good against the brick walls, I think.
Okay, and you're not strictly antiques. I mean, you have
No,
new stuff.
I have
too.
a lot of new furniture, brand new, straight from the factory furniture.
So if a person's looking for something for their kitchen or their dining room or their bedroom or their living room, they can come here and
Yes.
probably find something they'll like. Plus wall hangings. I haven't noticed, but you have lamps too.
We do.
Yeah. So you've got a very good selection of everything. And what I like is the location. We mentioned this is a happening place.
Right
and it
downtown,
truly
yes.
is. There's a lot of stuff happening right here on Main Street, and they can park just up here. There's a parking area right beside.
Right next door to where the candy bar's at.
Right, and then there's also parking along the street across and then down toward the courthouse. So there's plenty of parking, and it's not a far walk from anywhere here.
No, it's
square.
very centrally located and very close to the other businesses.
Okay. Well, now, if somebody wanted more information, do you have like a Facebook page?
I
or
have a
something like
phone
that?
number they can call or text me. It would be 615-489-0670. We do have a Facebook page. It's under Diane LIEROW, and that's where we post all of the furniture that comes in of any size. We don't post the accessories and real small pieces of furniture, but any of the larger furniture pieces get posted if it doesn't get bought before I can get it posted.
Get it posted, okay, yeah. And I've seen some things fly out of here pretty quick.
Yeah, sometimes they get gone before I can get them online. So.
Yeah. And so, and what are your
We're
hours?
here Monday through Saturday, 9 to 4, closed on Sundays, unless the Chamber's having an event downtown, and then we're open on Sundays also.
Okay, and we've had several events and going to have some more this upcoming year. So I know you guys open up for Walton Days and
Yes,
and
the
Hometown
Christmas parade.
Yeah. So that's really good that you do that, and people need to kind of hear that now because they can kind of plan a little bit, come early, like for instance the Christmas parade, instead of coming into town and just sitting in your car waiting for the parade.
You can come shop.
You can come shop.
Get some coffee or hot chocolate at Rockabilly's
Absolutely.
coffee shop.
Well, and there's going to be benches down there, so you can walk around the town and then go down there and then park your car to where you can get out. So there's a lot of advantages to coming to downtown when an event's going on. Because
Yeah,
you can do
and for
that.
hometown Christmas, it's a lot warmer inside usually than outside. And we have Stephanie's interior design shop over there, and hashtag Hollies, and the Cozy Cabin, and the Candy Bar, and there's a lot going on downtown in Carthage now.
Oh yeah, I think Teresa's Gift is just up the street. So yeah, there's
And the Walton Hotel.
yeah, a lot of good things happening. Well, Diane, thank you very much for allowing us to come, and we hope we'll come back again here before the year's out.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, we're still here at River's Edge Antiques, right off of the square on Main Street, and man, there's a lot of traffic and there's a lot of things happening around here. But anyway, we have some folks here. Tell them who you are and who you're with.
Okay, I'm Suzanne Angel, and I'm a regional overdose prevention specialist for the Upper Cumberland, and I work out of the Smith County Drug Prevention Coalition. And this is my new work partner, Justin Cantrell.
Hello, I'm Justin Cantrell.
And we're just here to talk to you about what we do and the problems that we're having with overdose deaths in our state and what people can do about it.
Okay, well now I know this is a serious problem that is nationwide, but we have the problem here in Smith County and probably anywhere else that is this broadcast is reaching. So what kind of programs do you have that are, well, helping?
Well, I think primarily what we do is harm reduction, and we train people how to recognize signs and symptoms of overdose and how to administer emergency medication called naloxone. So we also talk to people about stimulants. We talk to them about adverse childhood experiences, how trauma and substance use disorder go hand in hand. We talk to people how important it is to have a strong community. That is a protective factor. It is a preventive factor. So having jobs in your community, strong schools, great health care, community outdoor spaces, things for our youth to do are really important. So the coalition actually does a lot of primary prevention, but Justin and I primarily work with people who are interested in learning what to do in case the worst happens. Someone does have an overdose. And the CDC released information that in the last 12 months, over 100,000 Americans have died of accidental overdose, which really maybe should be called fentanyl poisoning because it is really what's pushing the number of overdose deaths. And fentanyl is a powerful opioid that's getting in all the drug supply.
Yeah, and a lot of folks that's listening to this broadcast probably wouldn't benefit from this, but fentanyl is basically so powerful that it doesn't take very much of it to kick somebody into an overdose state.
And that's true, and it can also be in counterfeit pills. We're seeing fentanyl, which is an opioid drug, getting in stimulant drugs like methamphetamine and cocaine, even laced into marijuana. Law enforcement are telling us that more and more often, that they're seeing that. Schools have been really concerned because a couple of weeks ago, a 13-year-old overdosed at school and died, not in Smith County, but in the United States. So schools are really concerned about that. They found fentanyl, you know, in his belongings and in his home. And 3 students actually overdosed, but the 13-year-old, one of them did not survive the overdose. And our schools in Smith County do have naloxone. They do in DeKalb also. So they have it with their emergency, part of their emergency response in case of a catastrophic event. But it's always important for parents to talk to young people, because young people, you can't see, smell, or taste fentanyl, and it could be in something that they think is not harmful. They may think it's just, you know, they borrowed a pill because they had a headache from a friend, or they're going to experiment with marijuana. So it's just really important for people to realize any drug that you use that's not prescribed to you by a doctor from a licensed pharmacy has the potential to contain a lethal dose of fentanyl. So we just want parents, our schools, people to know. And we'll be glad to do trainings. We train anybody that wants it. We can do individuals. We do churches, civic organizations, workplaces. More and more workplaces are inviting us to come and do our training so that they're prepared just in case. You know, most of them haven't had an overdose at their workplace, but they just want to be prepared because they're hearing it more and more in the news. 3,032 people in Tennessee had a confirmed overdose death in 2020, and it's not looking good for 2021. I'm just going to be honest.
Yeah, well, it is a problem now. The purpose for you guys basically is to save lives, and not
Yes.
necessarily prevention or rehabilitation. That's another set of
Yes,
protocols.
it is. We just, naloxone, if administered in time, will reverse an opioid overdose. How people die of an opioid overdose is they stop breathing. 26 million people live in long-term recovery from substance use disorder, but people can't get better if they're not breathing. So it's not a cure for substance use disorder. It's an emergency medication when administered in time, restores breathing to people that have an opioid-induced respiratory depression. So it's really important. I know a lot of people think it'll never happen to them, but you would be surprised how many people contact me, and they never thought they'd ever use their kit, and they had an opportunity to save someone's life. Since the Tennessee Save a Life program, that's what they call us across the state, it started October 2017. Over 30,000 people taking our training have saved over 30,000 lives. People taking our training have, and that doesn't include the wonderful job our EMS and our hospital emergency rooms do, or even people that bought naloxone from a pharmacy, because you can purchase it at all the big chain pharmacies. TennCare pays for it, Medicare pays for it, and most private insurance does, but if for some reason cost is a barrier, they can reach out to us and we can provide free training and an overdose reversal kit. Okay. And Justin brings a good part to the team. I just wanted to talk about a little bit where you live and a little bit about your background.
Well, I'm Justin Cantrell. I'm originally from Smithfield, Tennessee, and I moved to Cookeville about right at 5 years ago. And I've got 5 years of recovery. I celebrated that last Friday, clean and sober of 5 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you for that. And so, yeah, my life has took a good turn for the best for not only me, but everybody I encounter this on my journey. And I'm just very grateful for where I am and where my recovery has taken me.
Well, I've run into a lot of folks that are in the situation you are, and it's wonderful to see you out here working and doing a good thing since your recovery, and that is a wonderful thing. So really appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that we need to talk about?
Well, I think the Prevention Coalition wanted me to tell you to check their website. They keep it updated with events, and they've got a lot of events going on around Valentine's Day, the spring coming up in our schools and with our youth. So just always remember to check it. We also have a Facebook page and Instagram, and you can always reach out to us for resources. We're here to help. I promise you, you're going to be met with respect. It's a judgment-free zone, and we're just here to try to help the community to prevent, to help people that are struggling and their families.
Okay, and if they're looking for you, you're right next door to Domino's Pizza. Right?
We are. We're next door to Domino's Pizza, 115 Water Street, and our number is 615-489 Excuse me. That's my personal phone number. I may not want to give that out. It's 615-588-1622. And again, that number is 615-588-1622.
Okay, and so thank you guys for
Thank
coming.
you. Thank you for inviting us.
And we'll look forward to seeing
I want to
you.
shop now. All these great things here in this
the
store.
River's Edge Antiques has got a lot of stuff.
It's awesome. They need to come down.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
We're privileged to have one of the business owners from across the street of River's Edge. And I'm going to let you introduce yourself and tell them what your business is.
Sure. I'm Virginia Alexander, and I own ROKABILLY Coffee.
Okay, and Miss Alexander, and it's hard for me to call you that because I've known you all your life. And you got married, has it been 3 years now?
Going on 4.
Going on 4 years, see, and I'm still having trouble with the name. But anyway, don't tell Billy Jack that. Anyway, you have a wonderful business across the street, ROKABILLY Coffee, and I could almost do the commercial for you, but I'll let you go through and just tell them a little bit about what you have over there.
Sure. We have a full espresso bar, so we do all hot espresso drinks. We also have frappes. We do our cold brew for our cold drinks. We have a few teas, and then my mom does all of our pastries. So she makes homemade cinnamon rolls every morning, and then she's been dabbling with other things. She's got
Blueberry
scones and the blueberry cream cheese muffins, and she's been doing oatmeal cream pies homemade from scratch, and those have been extremely popular lately.
The oatmeal cream pie is the best I ever ate. So you better not buy 2 of them because you'll eat them both. But anyway, now what are your hours?
We're open from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, and then 8 to 2 on Saturdays, and closed on Sundays.
All right, and do you have like a website or a Facebook page?
We do. Our website's rockabillycoffee.com. We're on Facebook and Instagram, and that's where we post the most information.
Okay, now if you're a resident that lives close here, you've got this wonderful program that I love about the cups. You want to describe that?
Yeah, sure. We have a program called the Membership Mug. So it's $325 to purchase for a year membership, and you get free black coffee for an entire year. That includes our iced coffee as well. And then if you prefer to drink lattes or specialty drinks, you get $2 off, and there's no limit on how many drinks you can get per day. And then of course we keep up with it, and you'll renew that at the end of your year.
Okay, now I think that's a wonderful program. Plus you get that nice cup.
Yes, yeah, it comes with the mug, and it's numbered, so it's special to you just for that. You're the only one that can get the white mug with the number on it.
Yeah, that's a wonderful thing. And I know your mom is enjoying the cooking, and it's kind of funny. I think when you first started, you made a lot of cinnamon rolls, and you ran out like early in the morning.
Yes.
So you made more, and you ran out early in the morning. So you finally got it figured out. Now a person should be able to come in and get a cinnamon roll. Yeah, but she had a wonderful problem there, folks. A lot of business, and still got a lot of business.
Yes, we do, and we appreciate our community so much. We've had wonderful support from everybody.
Okay, now I want to segue into something else. You're involved in a lot of committees around here, and one of those is the Smith County Living Committee. And if someone was out there and they had a charitable function that they wanted to perform, the Smith County Living Committee would be a good venue for them to start out with in case they were wondering whether or not they wanted to go through all the 501c3. And I think I just answered the question. So there's not much for you to say. Is there? But the Smith County Living is, if they wanted to do that, could they contact you, or do they need to call?
They can, or they can contact the chamber directly. You all have the application there on file. So you can apply to be an organization. You're considered an umbrella organization, and you have a board of directors that would manage your funds. So you still have access to it. You still have, control of what you're doing, but we're the ones signing off on everything and making sure there's no issue. And then we are meeting regularly to get the 501c3 compliance in place. So you don't have to worry about that, or your insurance for your directors, because we are your directors. So it works really well for organizations that are wanting that 501c3 but don't have the capacity to do it themselves.
Right, and the one thing I would point out, and that's the reason I wanted to bring it up, is if you're out there raising money for something and you want to be protected and have someone backing you up and knowing that your funds are being used in the right way, this is a perfect
yeah, and it gets you that 501c3, and then you also have your tax exemption. So if you're purchasing things for an event, certain things would be tax exempt, and then of course you would have the ability to provide a tax ID number for people who are donating. So their tax or their donation can be part of their taxes the next year, and it shows that they've given a donation to a nonprofit that way.
Okay, well, Virginia, thank you for coming by, and we need to leave you with the last thing. Rockabilly Coffee, if they want to call and find out how to get here, or just give them the address, however you want to
our
do it.
address is 310 Main Street North in Carthage, Tennessee, and we are the one with the yellow door. And our phone number is 615, and I don't know it. I'm sorry.
We've done that twice.
I know. I cannot remember it now.
Rockabilly Coffee is not hard to remember,
Right,
and you
yeah.
can look it up. If they Google that, the phone number will come
Yeah.
up, right?
I think it's 615-709-2654, if I remember correctly.
All right. So, folks, if you want some great coffee, I can attest for it, because I think I've tried everything on the menu except Loki's Elixir.
Loki's Elixir, yeah.
And I'm afraid of that because it's got a lot of really
It's different, but
really healthy stuff.
It is healthy, and it's really good if you've got any sinus infections or any kind of sore throat. It's wonderful for that, but I drink it sometimes just to have some caffeine but not be overwhelmed with the coffee as well. So it's good.
Well, it's great stuff. So, all right. Thank you, Virginia.
Thank you, Bill.
All right, we are so happy to have Miss Mary Draper, and I guess you don't need to introduce yourself now. She's with the UT Extension, and Mary, you have a big event that I look forward to every year happening. You want to tell them about it?
Yeah, so every year the FCE sponsors the Chocolate Extravaganza, and so this year we are doing it a little bit differently because of COVID and also because we had a lot of success last year. So we're just doing pre-orders. So in order to get your chocolate box for $5, only $5, and it has all kinds of different goodies. What you need to do is go by the Chamber of Commerce, and there's an order form there, and just fill it out and put in your money with that and put it in the box. And then on February the 14th, an FCE member will assist you. You just go to the Chamber of Commerce, and a FCE member will come out, and we'll be there from 1 until 10. And so it always benefits good community projects in the FC as well.
Okay, and what date is this?
February the 14th, which is Monday this year on Valentine's Day. And then also, since we're talking about sweets and we're a family and consumer science extension, we want to talk about exercise too. So we want to balance all those different things.
Wait, you're selling sweet chocolate,
Yes.
and then they want me to exercise.
Yeah. So you might could have a little chocolate, but we also want to balance out doing that chocolate with exercise. So we have some exercise opportunities coming up in the spring and summer, because right now it's kind of cold and people might not want to get out. So we always plan for those, like walk across Tennessee in the spring. So I wanted to mention that, and that's where you get your teams of up to 8 people, and you virtually walk across Tennessee, which is about a distance of 500 miles. So you're not actually walking as a group. So you can do that individually, especially now with COVID, but you might want to get out and might want to social distance too, and get those exercises done that way, but you might want to be thinking about your teams.
Okay, and that's the walking.
Mm-hmm.
What about, don't you do slow karate?
Yes. So we also have Tai Chi coming up in the spring and summer too. So Tai Chi, and that is really good for people with arthritis. It helps with fall prevention, balancing, and all those good things. So usually when we do that, we have 6 sessions, and it's $48 for that 6-session Tai Chi segment. And we're happy to answer any questions you have about that. Walk Across Tennessee. We also have Walk with Ease, Matter of Balance. So that's another fall prevention exercise program. So any kind of exercise program that you might be interested in dealing with those, give us a call at the Extension office at 615-735-2900.
Okay, and these are some wonderful programs, and I know you run them through the year, and especially the exercise programs and the Tai Chi. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, well, folks, don't forget Chocolate Extravaganza. Come by the chamber, fill out the form, put it in the box, and they will have your order ready for you when you get ready to pick it up then.
Yes. Thank you, Bill.
Thanks, Mary.
Hey everyone, Katie Martin and Chris Hicks here with Smith County Extension. Want to keep you updated about all the goings on with Smith County 4-H. In February, our clubs are participating in the demonstration and interactive exhibit contests. Our 4th and 5th graders will be doing demonstrations where they show us how to do something, and our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders will be doing interactive exhibits. During the month of February, we also have 2 judging teams or groups starting. Livestock judging will begin in February, where we learn how to judge cattle, sheep, pigs, and goats. And we'll also have our archery group starting back up. So anybody 4th through 12th grade interested in the shooting sports should definitely check out archery. Our March contest is going to be the photography contest, which is also open to all of our 4th through 12th graders. So if you have a budding photographer as a Smith County 4-H'er, make sure they are taking some photos and getting those ready to enter into our photography contest. Keep up to date with us on our Facebook page, UT Extension-Smith County. We've got a lot of great resources there to help you help your 4-H'er with all of these contests and opportunities coming up. Chris, what's going on the ag side of things?
Sure. So that makes me tired listening to all that 4-H stuff, first of all. But we've got a lot of things going on, as you know, on the ag side. This is our busy time of year as far as meetings go. We try to get a lot of our meetings done in the winter and early spring before it starts warming up and the days get longer and farmers want to be outside planting their crops and doing those things. So we've got Master Farm Manager going on right now during February and March. We're also doing a new program, a forage video series on Zoom. It's part of our Ag Talk Tuesday that we started last year, and we're going to focus throughout the year on forage production. And a lot of folks may not realize that forage is our #1 crop in Smith County and really in Tennessee. It's on more acres than any other crop. We've got more grass, whether it be on pasture or hayland, than any other crop. And if we manage that crop well, it can serve us well for nutrition for our livestock, whether that be cattle, horses, sheep, goats, whatever the case may be. And so we're really going to get into the nuts and bolts of forage production. We're going to talk about fertility, weed control. We're going to talk about production issues and really dive deep into forage production. And that's going to be on the 2nd Tuesday of each month at 7 o'clock. It'll be on Zoom. And folks who are interested in that can register at tiny.utk.edu/forages. And that's tiny.utk.edu/forages. If you missed that link, you can call us at the Extension office, 735-2900. You can also find information on our Facebook page and our website. Now, one of the things that we're highlighting this month in February is adding clovers to your pasture. And the reason we're really hitting on that topic is, folks, you may not realize it if you're not heavily involved in farming, but fertilizer prices have skyrocketed over the last several months. Fertilizer prices this spring are at least double, if not 2.5 times what they were a year ago. And so that's really with all the other price increases, whether it be diesel or equipment or seed, chemicals, that has really made it a tough situation for our farmers. Fertilizer is necessary for most all of our crops, and a lot of our viewers may use it on your garden or your lawn as well. And you'll notice it when you go and buy a bag of fertilizer, but when you're buying several tons of fertilizer, if you're a farmer, you're certainly going to notice. And so we're doing some educational programs. We did a Zoom on kind of managing fertilizer prices. We're going to do this one this month about adding clover as a way to improve your fertility, because there are some characteristics of clover where it can fix nitrogen out of the atmosphere and add nitrogen to your soil without having to add additional fertilizer. And those videos are going to be available on our YouTube page. And so I would encourage you, if you miss those or would like to review that information, go to YouTube, type in Smith County Extension, and you'll find those YouTube videos that we did about adding clover and about improving fertility, managing fertilizer process. There's some good information on there, and we've got a lot of good videos on there. So I would encourage you to subscribe to that page and check it often for information that we have, and check out those Zooms. Again, we keep our Facebook page updated. We keep our website updated with all the information that we've got, that Mary has, and we try to do that. So appreciate the opportunity to be here with you on the Chamber Corner. We're at the Extension office, and we'd love to have you stop by 125 Gordonsville Highway if we can be of assistance to you, whether it be soil testing, weed ID, insect ID. Stop by and see us. We'll be glad to help you.
Hey, we asked Virginia to come back because we got an exciting thing happening, and it happens every year, and it raises a lot of money for charitable organizations around here, and I'll let you break the news.
Sure. We're hosting the 4th annual River City Ball. We've moved the event out to Catisa Farms in Riddleton. George McDonald is letting us use his farm, and he has been amazing to work with, and we're excited about this year's event. We host 300 people for this event, and this year we're raising funds for the American Legion Post 57 here in town, which is our local veterans organization.
Yeah, and I know last year you had it on the square in Carthage, and Catisa Farms is actually going to be a bigger venue than you had, and well, it's exciting what you got planned.
Yeah, we have some really cool things planned, and we're excited about the new space. The committee's working really hard for some new and fresh ideas, and of course the views out on the farm are just beautiful. So.
Okay, and there is a River City Ball page, right?
Yes, we're on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, so if you want to get information about River City Ball, and if you want to support any of these organizations that they have helped in the past, or the veterans this year, all you got to do is just look that up, and if you want information about it, you can call the Chamber, 615-735-2093. And is there anything we've missed about River City Ball?
No, I don't think so. We still have some sponsorship opportunities available. We released the ticket sales this week on February 1st, so I do feel like they're going to go fast, so we're excited about that. And we do have a wait list for people who weren't able to get tickets closer to time.
Okay, so you need to call. You need to get your tickets. All right, thanks, Virginia.
Thank you, Bill.
We asked Mary to come back because there's a subject that I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to get the word out. We do not have a meeting set yet, but there's an issue in the county that's pretty prevalent. It's a problem. And Mary, you can probably speak to it better than I can, but we have child care issues in Smith County, don't we?
Yeah, so I have a 5-month-old daughter, and she is lucky enough, blessed enough to have a child care provider in the county, but there is a wait list for that, and she doesn't have any openings right now for the foreseeable future, maybe in the fall. So I have a best friend that is having a baby, and I have a sister-in-law that just had a baby, and they're having problems finding childcare in the county.
Okay, well, what we're trying to do, Mary, is we're trying to get an initiative started with DCS. And I won't say the names of the folks we're working with at DCS, but here in the next few weeks, we're going to have a meeting at the Chamber, and what we're going to do is explain to people how they can do in-home child care, be licensed, and it's not difficult and it's not hard, and they don't come in and just tear your home apart. It's a real simple thing and a simple process. They can get licensed, and then folks that have like WIC or something that's going to pay for child care so they can have a job, these folks can accept that money and get payment for that. Yes. And it'll all be totally legal. Now, I am going to quote some figures here. I don't know how accurate I am, but my understanding is that if you keep 4 or less children in a home now, you do not have to be licensed. If you keep 5 or more children, then you're supposed to be licensed in the state of Tennessee. Now, there may be some folks out there that are already doing that, but what they could do is they could actually come to this meeting that we're going to have and find out about the licensing. And child care, like you said, there's a lot of people on the waiting list. How many child cares licensed child cares do we have in the county?
I know of 2, and I think you said of 1, 2, so that makes 3.
Yeah, I believe there's 3 in the county. And if we could get in-home child care going, you could have a young lady out there that's taking care of her own 2 children, and she could take care of anywhere from 4 to 7 children in her home and get paid for that and make a pretty good paycheck.
Yes.
And I know there's a lot of young ladies that when the child arrives, they have to quit work because they can't afford to do anything else. And this would give another option for them to be able to do that.
Absolutely.
And the reason I'm telling you this is because I want you to call 615-735-2093 or call Mary at
615-735-2900.
Okay, and let us know if you're doing child care in home and you'd like to figure out how to make money at it and how to make actually a pretty good income. We'll be able to help you do that, and we've got the connections with the Department of Children's Services to where we'll be able to give you the guidelines and tell you what would be expected of you. And it's not as hard as you would think. And you would be able to actually have a good little in-home business. So again, if you're keeping children at home, or you know someone that's keeping children at home, or you know someone that would like to, if they'll call us at 615-735-2093 or
615-735-2900.
then we'll give you the information about this meeting that's coming up, and you'll be able to find out everything you need to know about how to get started in this business. We're also going to put a flyer out and let people know that way. So anyway, we're glad that you watched the Chamber show. Just basically have one announcement. Tennessee Outlaw Benefit Concert for the prevention of veteran suicide. The tickets are on sale now, and they're at Eventbrite. And this concert is going to take place at the Ag Center. It's going to be some really good groups, and they're doing this to help our local veterans. So we want to support those guys and help them with that. And with that said, folks, we hope you have a wonderful February, and we hope you enjoyed this edition of the Chamber's Corner.